I don't want anything too touchy-feely, she said. Our people aren't really like that. And then I actually heard her, wait, did she say too touchy-feely? I paused, hesitated, maybe even stammered a little. I should say something. I spent the next few minutes trying to convince her that I was not, in fact, too touchy-feely, and that I could deliver something very businesslike and devoid of emotion. I pictured these men and women in suits wearing dignified glasses, taking notes with stern faces. I said, yeah, I can speak to them. I would just change everything. I'd have to take out the stories and the fun, so I began to rewrite my keynote. I started to second guess what I had just done. She hired me a day later in an email. See, changing my work would be in essence changing who I am. And I realized that after so much time spent trying to live as authentically as I possibly could, I realized creating something that wasn't me would be missing the mark. I would be abandoning the very fabric of the work I was doing. Time and time again, I was told that my greatest gift was in connecting with my audience.
My name is Jen Kronberger, and I am a catalyst for change. This past year has been challenging for us all, and yet the one truth that is clearer than ever is that we aren't meant to do this alone. Human beings are hardwired for connection, and as we emerge from the rubble of what has been, we will find that we've been given the chance now to do it better.
One of the best keynote speakers that I've heard in a long time. She made you laugh, but she made you think about the possibilities and what you can go on and do in your life.
My work is focused at the intersection of compassionate leadership, cultures of belonging, and optimum performance. Simply, I'm focused on people.
On not just the company's greatest asset, but the greatest asset we will ever have as a global society. The connection of people is what will save us from falling into the great abyss of loneliness, disconnect, and the utter demise of happiness, care, and compassion for one another. Our humanity is the very thing that will provide us hope for a better and more connected tomorrow.
Companies used to refer to these emotional intelligence-centered tools as soft skills. I think it's clear moving forward that these are no longer soft skills. These are essential skills. According to the US Census, millennials will make up 75% of the workforce by 2025, and 67% state diversity and inclusion as being one of their most important job search criteria. Gallup's recent data tells us that there is a direct correlation between workplace engagement and productivity and building a diverse and inclusive culture.
All right, it's almost go time. We have this incredibly beautiful place. I'm excited. It's a great day to change lives.
The Harvard Business Review noted that moving from inclusion to belonging is simply just good for business. High belonging was linked to a 56% increase in job performance, a 50% drop in turnover risk, and a 75% reduction in sick days. For a 10,000 person company, a culture of belonging would result in savings of more than $52 million a year.
Two of my colleagues and I started to study this, and we wanted to uncover this and really understand it. So we figured we'd try to get some real-time stats. I went to my personal Facebook page and I typed this: taking a poll. What factors lead to you being more engaged at your job? Now, this was a Friday afternoon at 2:30. Within 1/2 hour, we had 74 comments. on a Friday afternoon at 2:30. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Most of my friends were at work. The most astonishing part of all of this is that of those 74 comments, not one had anything to do with money. They all said things like, I want to feel seen and heard, like my voice matters. I want to make a difference. And I just want to belong.
Gallup also measured the direct link between employees' understanding of their purpose and culture and the success of the business. 4 in 10 strongly agreed with this statement. The mission or purpose of my company makes me feel my job is important. By simply moving that ratio to 8 in 10, organizations could realize a 41% reduction in absenteeism, a 50% drop in safety incidents, and a 33% improvement in quality.
Really helped me put things in perspective when it comes to your confidence and communicating with people to get where you want to be in life.
I learned so much from her. I saw her TED Talks and it convinced me to come here.
All of our members just flocked to her after the presentation because they just wanted to meet her.
Oracle's most recent workplace study states that 76% of all people surveyed said they believe their employer should be doing more to protect their mental health. We are facing challenges today that we have never faced before. A global pandemic, racial divide, and economic uncertainty. Psychological safety and empathy in the workplace will be critical in moving forward effectively.
There's one in every crowd, so I do have a Monday story for you. I was in the grocery store on a Monday at 11 a.m., and if you've ever been in the grocery store on a Monday at 11 a.m., there's not much going on. And I'm in this store, and I have 2 items, and I'm standing in line, and the woman in front of me has this entire cart full of stuff, because that's how it works. And I'm waiting patiently. And as she's putting her last couple things up on the belt, she proceeds to dump her purse all over the floor. So I kneel down, and I start picking her stuff up. Things are rolling into the next lane. I'm like, here you go. Here's this. I have no idea what that is. Here's this. And she looks up at me, and now we're face to face, kneeling in front of each other. And she looks at me and she goes, it's Monday. To which I replied, yep. As a matter of fact, it is. You know what's crazy? Yesterday was Sunday. And I know you're not going to believe this, lady, but tomorrow is about to be Tuesday. So now we're picking up her stuff in silence. Here you go. She pays, she puts her last bag in the cart, and she starts to walk away, and I thought, I got away with one here. And then she stops. And I said, uh-oh, here it comes. And she starts to turn around. And it was 5 minutes. It was like this. And I'm standing there like this, like the Matrix, waiting to see what happens. And I catch a glimpse of her face. And as she finally comes all the way, she has this huge smile on, and she starts to laugh. And she looked at me and she said, you know what? Thank you for that. I simply said this: bad moments, not bad days. My friends, that is life-changing. And we have a choice every single moment.
We can solve these problems together, beginning with compassionate leadership. The basic understanding that, well, people matter. That the results only measures of what makes an organization successful are no longer adequate today. When we take care of the human condition at the heart level, we are reminded that our very humanity is at the core of what makes everything else even exist. We help create pathways to moving a team, an organization, and a culture from a group of diverse individuals to a knowing of belonging.
And then I think what she was saying to me was become aware of the people around you. Really see them. See the stranger you share the elevator with. Make eye contact with the person that holds the door for you at the store. Sometimes you're the first person all day that they might actually see, or that might see them.
According to the Harvard Business Review, businesses in the US are spending nearly $8 billion each year on DEI trainings that simply miss the mark because they neglect our need to feel included. This can't be a cookie cutter approach. Each organization has their own set of challenges. It is our job to listen to your needs and create a toolkit for you to utilize in building a stronger foundation. And we will walk this journey with you every step of the way.
This has got to be the most important intention as we set out to change that conversation. Not just to bridge the disconnect in those places, but to rewrite the story of the disconnect in our very own everyday lives. This is where it begins. Right here, with you, with me, and it begins now. I don't know what they think they're gonna win. All right, we're out. I got work to do. I'll see you.